Nene, the screen. Here's Beal. That misses off the backboard.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Last season at both sides of the coin for the Wizards. Started out very hot, but then just could not keep it going.
Well, you know, the start was extremely hot. 19-6, which tied a franchise best, that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And the Wizards really struggled post All-Star break, playing under 500. Still, though, they seem to pull things together at the very end and on into the postseason. And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Dishes to Gortat. Outside for Beal. Clock at 6. And another miss by Washington.
Well, there's no denying it. The Wizards had some bumps, and you mentioned that. Some weeks they look like a lottery team. Then the next, they look like a title contender. They knew how to make the most of their games when they did get hot, though.
Porter kicks to Beal. Pass to Porter. Outside for Beal. Now here's Auwgh. Defense is right there, and it's blocked by O'Quinn. The Knicks leading by 4. 32 seconds left in the first half. It's deflected. Taken away by Nene. Here we go, one-on-one. Swiped it away. Pass to the Prophet. Here's Porzingis. Off target from outside. Feeds it to Auwgh. Kept alive. Here's Gortat from 13 feet. It goes down. Gortat's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Knicks lead by 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead for them during the period was 6. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
I love the way they took care of the basketball. They displayed good patience, strong decision-making, sharp passing, all of it. This is why coaches say, make the right play, not the spectacular play. Well, unless the spectacular play is the right play, that's fine. But don't give away possessions. That's the moral of the story.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington? And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at the Prophet in this game, he's been everywhere.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters. But I'd love to see him try.
And on the floor for Derek Fisher as we get into the second half. Enes Kanter is out there with Porzingis. Then it's the Prophet. Then it's Anthony. And it's Burke in at the point guard. Stolen away. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. Burke kicks to Anthony. Intercepted. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. The 3. That is good. And that's now 7 points for Kelly Oubre. New York trailing.
2 years ago, Utah drafted Trey Burke to be their point guard of the future. Then last year, they drafted Dante Exum. Set up quite a competition between those two.
It's Wall with the drive. And he gets it to go. Wall's got 8 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
The Prophet passes to Anthony, but they recover it. Here's Porzingis, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Out to the right wing. The pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Taken away. 2 on none, no one back to stop this. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. For the Wizards, Chris Humphries has checked in for Gortat. Dudley comes in for Nene. And Gary Neal subbed in for Oubre. Then for the Knicks, Serafin comes in for Porzingis. And it's Calderon in for Burke. Here's Serafin. And the shot falls short this time.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Stolen by Dudley. And here we go again. Wizards in transition. Up the court they go. Calderon pulls it in.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And Cantor throws it down.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And Wall kicks to Neal. That misses off the backboard. The Knicks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Stolen by Cantor. Back to Calderon. New York moving the ball around. Serafin dishes to Calderon. Here's the Prophet. Wants to get it to Serafin and does. Can't hit from the low block. Washington's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Humphries. It's rebounded by New York. The Prophet's got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
And here we go, the Wizards' fast break. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, covered by Anthony. To the middle, it's tipped. Stolen by Cantor. To the inside. Calderon, that's good. Calderon's got his first points in this one.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in.
Washington calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Washington making some changes. Gortat's checked in for Humphries. Oubre comes in for Gary Neal. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Mr. Fundamentals. Williams, he's checked in for New York. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Jose Calderon. And pushing it up, here's New York. Anthony leading the charge.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And here's the break. Here's Gortat. Excellent D there from Williams.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this. And you guys, he was once considered a tweener, but now I think Derrick Williams has kind of settled in to that 4 position. Seems to be the best position fit for him at this stage of his career.
And finished off by Auwgh.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Last year, Williams did find a nice niche playing the 4. Still, his minutes and numbers, Clark, remain low.
Well, it's unfair because he was drafted so high, top 5 when he came out, and I don't think he'll ever live up to that draft position. The highlight dunks are great, but he's got to find other ways to continue to grow.
Mr. Fundamentals checked in for Washington. Porzingis, he's checked in for New York. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, and that one's good. And it's now only a 1-point New York lead.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
The Prophet passes to Porzingis. New York, no good that time either. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Oubre kicks to Gortat. Pass to Wall. Over to the wing. Pocket 6. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, and it's denied. Deep 2 from Anthony. He can't be stopped. Anthony's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. The body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
Here's Dudley. Makes it off the glass. Dudley's got his first points of the game. 5 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's the Prophet. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in.
Get ready for your Wizard Girls.
All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Washington trailing.